Welcome to the revolution.
Vladimir Putin has cancer and likely survived an assassination attempt. And that is from a U.S. intelligence analyst. It goes on to say that the U.S. intelligence community believes that Russian President Vladimir Putin's health is suffering and that he is being treated for cancer. The assessment attributed to Newsweek was attributed to high-ranking officials at 3 separate intelligence agencies and comes months after speculation that the Russian strongman is suffering from terminal ailments. Putin is definitely sick, an official from the office of the Director of National Intelligence told the outlet, while noting whether he's going to die soon is mere speculation. 2 other officials, one from the Defense Intelligence Agency and one retired Air Force officer, also claimed to have access to a comprehensive intelligence assessment of Putin's health, and said the outlook for the Russian leader is bleak, according to the report. Now, one thing that a few people have noted, I think I even heard Joe Rogan talk about it, was that recently you've seen pictures of Vladimir Putin and his face looks like almost inflated, like he has some type of anemia, right? Anemia? No, that's not the word. Is that the word? Anemia. I don't know. Water. I think it's anemia. Let's look it up. Am I wrong? It's like when water starts to anemia is defined as a low number of red blood cells. I was completely wrong. What is it when your body's holding water? What's the word? Tell me. Anybody? No? All right. Well, water retention. 40 types. We're not going to find it. Moving on. All right. So he's holding water, right? Hypertension. That's wrong. Hypertension is high blood pressure. All right. So Putin's grip is strong. The intelligence community also reports and believes that Putin is increasingly paranoid about his hold of power and that he may have survived an assassination attempt in March. Putin's grip is strong but no longer absolute, said one senior intelligence officer. He says the jockeying inside the Kremlin has never been more intense during his rule. Everyone's sensing that the end is near. The officials also warned that as Putin has become increasingly isolated, access to credible intelligence has also become more difficult to obtain. One source of our best intelligence, which is contact with outsiders, largely dried up as a result of the Ukrainian war. The senior DIA official said, noting that as Putin has fewer meetings with foreign leaders, there are fewer opportunities to learn about his condition. Goes on to say that we need to be mindful of the influence of wishful thinking, the retired Air Force leader said. Still, the sources said that following televised appearance in April, in which the Russian leader was seen awkwardly gripping a table while meeting with his defense minister, the intelligence community told the White House that Putin was ill and most likely dying. Well, those are 2 completely different things. Being ill and dying. I don't know, kind of separate. Rumors of Putin's immense demise have been reported since the early days of his invasion of Ukraine. In early April, Russia investigative journalism outlet The Project reported that Putin was quite ill and had been receiving regular visits from a noted Russian oncologist. That account was followed by multiple reports, some from Telegram channels supposedly aligned with Kremlin dissidents, that the ex-KGB man was due to undergo various surgeries or was looking for a potential successor. Regardless of Putin's health, the DIA official warned against underestimating the Russian president. He is still very dangerous, and chaos does lie ahead if he does die. We need to focus on that and be ready. Interesting. So, apparently, not only is he dodging cancer, but he's also dodging assassination attempts. I wish we got more information on either of those, but I don't know. I think that, there's been a lot of talks about this. There's been a lot of people who believe that Vladimir Putin has been sick for a while now. There was actually a whole report that I saw that looked at all of his absences. So like all of the time frames that he had been basically out of the public eye for extended periods of time, and the actual logs of who was coming and going from seeing him during those times. And a lot of them noted that Russian oncologist. So interesting. And it does even speak to the fact that what would happen if he did die, right? That would obviously cause a huge power vacuum, and then would cause, a big power struggle, especially during this time of war. That would, I don't know. So, and then another thing is the assassination attempt. I've heard some crazy, wild stories about assassination attempts, not only assassination attempts on Vladimir Putin, but also on him assassinating other people. There was a report surrounding the fact that if you were an official at the table of the negotiations on behalf of your president for Ukraine or Russia, you are actually just as likely to die as a soldier on the front lines. There was like 3 or 4 assassinations of officials who were at the table of negotiations during underneath both Putin and Zelensky. So that sounds terrifying. I don't want to be assassinated. It sounds like there's been several attempts on him, and he also potentially has cancer. Time will tell. Maybe he's gotten better. Maybe that oncologist helped, and maybe he's no longer dealing with it. But what I do know is if you go back and look at some of the pictures of him from before and now, you see that water retention.